People and creatures are all really in touch. It's one of the rarest qualities of life. There's plenty of pawing and laying hold, but no real touch. He says so many fantastic things here that you can't really catalog them all. The touch does not come from the middle of the human being. There's no soft flow of touch. That's what makes so many of the great masters boring in spite of their clever composition. Here, they're faded and trusted places. Look, it may not be there. He may be imagining it all. It may just be his sense of religion. But as he puts it, and he sees it, there's a quiet flow of touch that unites the man and woman. Maybe he wants it to be that. And he's just using the tombs to pronounce what his religion is. 54. Look, there's so much here. One tomb after another, faded. You have the pictures of them. Fragments of people at banquets, limbs that dance without dancers, birds that fly into nowhere, lions with devouring heads. Once it was all bright and dancing, the delight of the underworld. See why this is an interesting book, because there's so much in it. For no part of us nor of our body shall be which does not feel religion. And so, let's see. The mysterious egg again we have here on page, I don't know what, 52, 53. He's got the egg again. Let's see if I see anything that would be, that we haven't already heard about. Talks about the natural flowering of life. It's so easy for humans, it's not so easy as it sounds. Behind all the Etruscan liveliness was a religion of life. The whole universe lived. So on. The cosmos was one, and the anima, the soul, was one. Anima was the Greek word for soul, moved things. That's where we use the word animal. The old idea of vitality of the universe was evolved long before history began. The vitality of the cosmos. Well, we'll have to have a break here. We'll just do a little bit more after the break, and then we'll have to go on to our next lecture. But just before you break, let me just look at this one page here, 57. You can find a good place to break. He's talking about shining like morning, blazing like a god. And, let's see. Going on still about touch. The sea, page 60, is the vast primordial creature that has a soul also. And the dolphin leaps in and out of it suddenly. That's what the dolphins mean, just like the goose. The dolphin, which gives up the sea's rainbows only when he dies, out he leaps. Then with a head dive back again, he plunges into the sea. He's so much alive, he's like the phallus carrying the fiery spark of the procreation down into the wet darkness of the womb. The diver does the same, carrying like a phallus his small hot spark into the deeps of death. And the sea will give up her dead like dolphins leap out and have the rainbow within them. It's the same of the goose and so on. And then he goes on about the duck. When Lawrence talks about a duck, it's not like any duck you ever saw. The duck does not live down within the water as the fish does. The fish is the anima. That's why Jesus is presented as the fish. You know, you see these cars with Jesus on them as the fish. The animate life, the very clue, that's a pre-Christian symbol too. The clue to the vast sea, the watery element. That's what it all means. For this reason, Jesus was represented in the first Christian centuries as a fish. Jesus was the anima, the vast, moist, ever-yielding element. But the duck has no subaqueous nature as the fish. It swims upon the waters. It's hot-blooded, belonging to the red flame of the animal body of life. But it dives under the water, preens itself upon the flood, so it became to man the symbol of that part of himself which delights in the waters and dives in, rises up, shakes its wings. It's the symbol of man's own phallus and phallic life. So you see a man holding in his hand the hot, soft, alert duck, offering it to the maiden, etc., etc., etc. Well, if you ever heard anyone talk about a duck like that, you're a better person than I. Well, I can write about this an exam for me, right? You don't look very excited about that, are you? Okay, Jen, you can leave.